Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your planning outlook video updated on Tuesday the 31st of July. Now the outlook remains fairly mixed over the next few days. We've got some fronts bringing outbreaks of rain and drizzle at times and a fairly humid atmosphere heading towards the back end of the week, meaning that low cloud will be a problem across many western mountains, and even once higher pressure gets in towards the weekend we could still struggle with some low cloud, but at least a dry picture for most this weekend, and all rather complicated as we go into next week. Let's deal with the short term first of all, and for Wednesday a south-southwesterly flow with high pressure across more southern parts of Britain, with fronts across Ireland and the remnants of fronts across Scotland, bits and pieces of rain and drizzle around western mountains, much of England and Wales and the eastern side of Scotland dry and fairly bright all day with some sunshine coming through. Low cloud, a struggle really across some western parts of Scotland. It'll tend to lift but may hang on across many higher areas. And then as fronts just edge their way in off the Irish Sea, some low cloud, rain and drizzle moving in to say Dumfries and Galloway and some coastal hills in the lakes and Snowdonia too. Wind strengthening quite quickly into the evening, could touch gale force for a time across the south of Scotland and the northern Pennines. We're left with fronts draped across the country really into Thursday, and rain or drizzle on and off, most persistent across western and southwestern parts of Scotland, but the Lake District and West Wales too could be full of low cloud and drizzly rain at times, never really amounting to a great deal. One or two heavier, steadier falls of rain could just be around across west and southwest Scotland. Nothing too much getting towards the northeast, so the Cairngorms and maybe the far north into the Northwest Highlands might get away with some cloud breaks to higher tops, winds fairly light but still a breeze from the southwest across many higher areas. By Friday the leftovers of that front still around and enough to produce some low cloud and outbreaks of rain across the south of Scotland, maybe northern England too. Mostly drizzly, but there could be a local heavier shower somewhere, say towards the borders, perhaps even the eastern side of the Cairngorms on Friday afternoon. Winds becoming fairly light. Low cloud extensive across many western mountains in particular on Friday morning will tend to lift and break very slowly, and some brighter spells should try and come through. It might be a struggle to get those clearances though for say the southern uplands and the north of the Pennines and the lakes. Now high pressure is parking itself over the country this weekend, so light winds, not too much wind around, all very variable for much of the mountain regions. A small risk very, very locally of an isolated shower. We might just find some low cloud is a struggle in the morning, but should burn off and many tops clearing. There could just be a few banks of cloud in some places that could be rather stubborn and hang well through the day. Now if we look into next week, a lot of uncertainty with details. High pressure is still the overall theme, at least at first, but just the humidity and some destabilisation trying to get in from around Biscay may just start to spoil things, and it's just something of a trough edging in from the Atlantic too. Just notice where the colours just form a slight dip, a slight U-shape just to the west of us into next week. It's just splitting apart at the main dominant area of high pressure. We could just end up with a rather slack weather pattern where things don't move around too much, but within that there could just be one or two areas of rain or even heavy thundery showers. Now not everywhere will get these, many places could still avoid the rain and have a decent week, but just that risk of being a little bit mixed and some rain or showers just around at times. The overall prevailing theme could be plenty of dry weather, but just something in there to spoil things through the week is looking to be the likely story. I think we need to just see how things go for a few days before we try and pin down any clever details. So we'll leave it there for today. We'll update this video for you again on Friday. Hopefully the detail for the week ahead is a bit clearer by that stage. Thanks for watching today. Bye for now.